when a young person who is incarcerated comes in contact with a Christian caring adult, in other words, less repeat offense, just by having a single Christian adult in the life of a young person.
We often hear the negative side of statistics about kids once they get into that life and ending up going to prison as adults, and those that get out of prison going back. What have you seen as far as success stories with those that you're able to minister to?
It's the data, you're right, is daunting, except that when a young person who is incarcerated comes in contact with a Christian caring adult, the data shifts. And we know that at least 25% better results, in other words, less repeat offense, just by having a single Christian adult in the life of a young person. So the economics of that, in other words, it costs a local community on average across the United States over $400 a day for a teenager to be incarcerated. So if you think about reducing the offender population by 25%, that's a significant boost economically in local communities. But far more than that is the human toll that is taken, and the fact that many of those kids, if their lives have not been interrupted by the gospel, will, as you noted, offend as adults and end up in the system for the rest of their lives. So what we know is that the trajectory of many of these kids have been changed forever. I was within the last 12 months in Columbus, Ohio, in a very large church there. There is a pastor who is thriving, who was a part of our juvenile justice ministry. So try to get your head and heart around that. Somebody who not only changed the trajectory of their life so they're no longer incarcerated, but now is pastoring a very large church in Columbus as a result of the ministry of Youth for Christ and the fact that we were the conduit through which hope and grace and mercy flowed. Really powerful story.
Well, that's incredible. And who do you work with as far as getting adults to mentor these children, and how can people that may want to get involved or make a difference do that?
Yeah, I love the question, because what we want to be able to do in Youth for Christ is mobilize an army of volunteers. We cannot and will never be able to afford to have paid staff stepping into all these places. As a matter of fact, last year we had 23,000 volunteers across the U.S., some 20-year-olds and some 75-year-olds that work with young people. So if your viewers would go to yfc.net, they'd be able to find a map that showed local locations. We're in 150 locations across the United States, and you can connect with one of those local chapters and volunteer. We would take you through a process of getting trained so that you feel comfortable. The reality is, I was untrained when I walked into the detention center a year ago. What you need to know is that this is relational business. There's nothing technical about what you need to do. And mentoring once a young person is released from detention is so critical in helping change and shape the life of that young person going forward. So again, yfc.net would give you the connections, and would love to have folks engage with us if you feel drawn to the ministry that Jesus commends us to and loves himself.
Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. To see more videos like this, be sure to hit the subscribe button below to get all of the latest content from TCT Ministries. We would love to pray alongside you for God's blessing in your life. So email your prayer requests to prayer@tct.tv or click the link below to submit your request at tct.tv. God bless you, and we want to thank you for watching.